Yeah, I had therapy.
Thorough. Therapy always thorough as well. Initially, I'm big on mental health.
Like all that street stuff, bro, is not it, bro. You either gonna be dead or in jail.
Stay out of the streets.
I actually had therapy.
That's a hard question.
Ask about your kids' mental health.
Yeah, I had therapy.
I feel like therapy is like, I don't know, like top 10 important.
Cause they be trying to think we gangsters, but like I just like the color black.
Get a job, take care of yourself.
Positive and keep yourself from being incarcerated because the prison system is nothing but the modern day slavery.
Yo, what's up? It's Tiny Tunes, and I'm here with Street Therapy.
What's up, y'all? This TJ, man. We back here with another episode of Street Therapy, man. If you've been watching and you've been keeping up with us for this long, man, as you can see, we got a new backdrop, new setup, man. So like, comment, and tell us how y'all like it. We got a special guest here today, man. Tiny what? Tiny Tunes?
Tiny Tunes with 2 S's.
Tiny Tunes with 2 S's. What's going on? Tiny, tell us how you feeling today.
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm all good. Can't complain. That's good. So, Tiny, thank you for coming to sit down with Street Therapy today in our new setup.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. That's much love. So, Tiny, of course, like the first question we like to know on Street Therapy, tell us a little bit how it was growing up in the city of Philadelphia for you.
Growing up in the city of Philadelphia, it was a little different because I used to live in Florida before. Everybody's pretty much like doing the same thing. It's easy to get like, peer pressured into doing the wrong thing because a lot of people are doing like whatever they see on social media. You see a lot of people on drugs out here. A lot of people going through it for.
So with that being said, how was you able to survive and keep your head up through all of this commotion going on where you come from?
Being honest, like it's like a battle. At one point, I actually got into it. Like I ended up being on the streets. I ended up trapping, doing the wrong things. But it was just really having to like really sit down with myself and be like, I want better for myself, and trying to get out of there.
Okay, and the last thing you said, you did a lot to try to get out of the situations that you was in. So, ripping and running the streets, what are some of the lessons and some of the experiences that you went through in that process of trying to get to where you at today when you was dealing with the streets until now?
All in all, it's really not worth it. Like going to jail, getting locked up, getting in trouble with the police, it's not worth it just to try to make a couple dollars, because that's what led me to doing it. I was broke. I wanted some money. Like my best friend was like, oh yeah, let's go out on the block. And it's like now looking back on it, I'm just like, why did I do that? Because I didn't have to do that. Like at one point I thought that's all I could do, and it felt like a trap, but.
And tell us, why did you feel like that, at one point that was all you could do? And when you're saying that's all you could do, you're saying like this trap and, hit the block, that's where you felt like that's all you could do?
Because I have a record. I got into some trouble when I was a little bit younger. So I was in that mindset of like me trying to get a well-paying job. I wasn't going to be able to get one because of my background. Like my background would stop me from excelling. So it kept feeling like, dang, I don't know where else to go. I want some fast money, so I am going to go back to this. I am going to go back to trapping. I am going to go back to standing on the block. And it was kind of just like repetitive.
So Tiny, where are you from?
Originally, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I lived out there for 7 years. Then I lived in Florida for like another 7 years. Then I've been in Philly since I was 14.
All right, so you definitely got a lot of moving around. So with that being said, with all of your moving around and being in some of these different communities and different areas, how has some of the violence impacted you in being in these different communities and areas?
It really makes me sad, and it's like, to be honest, like I hated it. Like I always wanted to get away from it. Like I didn't want to see it. Like,
Do you feel like it's so you've been around, you said Florida, What else you said?
New York.
In New York.
And
right?
then I also did 2 years in Arizona, not too long ago.
In Arizona, that's
Yeah.
crazy. So you've been around. So how is it? Like, is most neighborhoods impacted by the violence and the crime like that, or were you in different communities where like, all right, it's a little different over here, or it's a little worse over here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's kind of both. Like some cities, they have their more suburban areas where people are more laid back, they're more chill. Then you get to like the city where, of course, you see the YNs, people doing crazy stuff. You got the fiends leaning off of drugs. Just you kind of see both of it.
Right. And with that being said, no matter which city, no matter where you was at, you've seen violence, you've seen the drugs and stuff.
Yeah, violence is everywhere. I don't think you could escape it for real.
Talk on that, Keith. Tell us why you feel like we can't escape the violence.
Cause I feel like even like no matter how much like good there is, like people are doing good, there's always somebody who's against that. Somebody with bad energy, somebody like you could be doing the most positive thing and then somebody just wants to ruin your day and they just come, now they just shot up the place. Like no matter what, there's always gonna be somebody opposite.
Thanks. So what do you feel like are some of the biggest needs that we need in some of these communities that we all come from?
To be honest, I feel like people need mentorship. Like they need guys, they need love. Like I feel like that's where a lot of violence comes from, is like people have a lot of built up anger and they don't know how to express it. And instead of like being level headed and thinking of like maybe I don't have to do this, you know, yeah, I'm beefing with this guy, I don't have to go fight him, I don't have to go, you know, shoot up his family or whatever. If they had more guidance and more love in the community, I feel like we would stray less from violence. We'd be able to resolve our problems more peacefully.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. Man, that was deep. All right. So growing up in Philadelphia and growing up, can you share, a positive memory, a good memory that you remember growing up from your childhood up until now?
As far as like just anything good?
Anything that make you sit back, laugh, chuckle, something that you just remember, like a positive memory from growing up. It could be anything. Your first time getting fried, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, my first time getting high, I felt like I was high for a week. That was crazy. I remember I had just got a haircut. My friend, he was becoming a barber. So me and my other homie, we went over there. He cut our hair. We're all nice. We're all shaped up nice or whatever. We're sitting in the back. We smoked like 3 fat L's. Like, I thought I was getting high before that because I had smoked before that, but I guess I wasn't because somebody had pointed out, like, you're not inhaling your weed right or whatever. So they taught me how to inhale because I guess I was just play smoking this whole time. I thought I was fried already. So I don't know what happened. I just get really high. I'm trying to drive home. I didn't make it. I stopped on the boulevard. I pulled over. I looked to my homie. I'm like, bro, I can't drive. Like, I was panicking. Like, my heart was racing fast. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I didn't know what to do. Well, it was a Dunkin' Donuts by me. We went to the Dunkin' Donuts. I was freaking out. I'm like, I'm about to call my mom. He was like, don't call your mom. I'm like, bro, I got to go to the hospital. I thought I was dying. Like, the people in Dunkin' Donuts started freaking out. They started giving me milk. They started giving me donuts. Like, they was just trying to help me. And I'm like, no, somebody call my mom. And my mom just looking at me like, what's wrong with you? I dropped to the floor. I'm like, I feel like I'm dying. Like, I couldn't express. It was just weird. And I felt like I was high for like 3 days. Shit.
Look, I don't know what I'm doing with this. But Extreme Constructions LLC, they're going to get you right. So DM right now, book your appointment today. Extreme Constructions LLC. You ran into a little trouble, right?
Yeah.
You did some time in jail, in prison, or wherever it is. Just explain that process to us.
Well, it was around the time like when COVID hit.
Right.
There was like a law in Philly that the police wasn't allowed to arrest people. I had already been outside trapping before then, but once I heard that, I was really outside, and it was like for like a couple of months, like I was outside morning, over in the graveyard, everything. Then like when the law lifted, I guess they was like watching me. I had got It was like 30 cops for little old me. It was so crazy. And I had got booked up with like, I had a lot of drugs on me.
You was down Kensington?
Yeah, I was down Kensington on Somerset, Jasper. They locked me up. They tried to be, I kind of got lucky. Like, they tried to throw the book at me, but they tried to, like, because I didn't really have a history. Like, I didn't have too much of a record before there. So they tried to, like, give me programs. Like, I did, like, 3 weeks in jail. And then when I got out, they gave me, like, some programs, like community service. Like, little stuff to try to better myself, for real.
Right. So your time in jail, how was your mental process and just how was that experience for you? You said you did 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Listen, every time count, every second count in there, no matter how much time you did.
Yeah.
So just explain to us that process of, being in jail for that time.
It was different. It kind of felt like boarding school, but like not in a good way. Like it kind of felt like a nightmare for real. Like you wake up, the jail I went to, because I had ended up getting transferred because apparently I had a warrant somewhere else. I ended up going to I was in jail in the suburbs, but it was like weird. It was like 30 people in one room. We have to eat at a certain time. I don't even know what the juice is. It looked like water with food coloring. Like, it was just weird. Like, I didn't eat when I first went in there. I was like, I didn't want to eat that shit. So I was like starving myself. Then I had to like force myself to eat. It was like, but that made me realize like, why do I keep going back to like, I'm not making enough, like I'm not making no crazy amount of money. It's not like this money's changing my life. So I'm like, why don't I just go back to work? And like, why don't I do something right instead of I don't have to choose to do this. Like, I don't know, it was crazy, bro. I was thinking a lot.
It wasn't worth it to keep doing what you're doing out here, to go sit in there for 2-3 weeks, 2 months, and then come back.
It's not worth it at all. Like, if anybody sounds familiar doing anything, it's not worth it at all. Like, you don't get to see your family. It messes up a lot of relationships you have. Like, even when you come out, like, certain people, like, your friendships and stuff, they're not even the same. Like, people change when you go away. Like,
so how should we be responding to some of these lack of resources in our community and some of the violence?
I guess speaking up, trying to, like, come together, like, sitting down and first determining what you guys do need. And, I don't know, reach out to people, see who can bring you those resources for real.
Well, give us some examples, man. What does it look like to you with a neighborhood full of resources, and we not lacking?
Like a positive neighborhood?
Yeah, positive neighborhood. Something that you wish you would have had growing up in your neighborhood, or something that when you walk through these neighborhoods every day, you be like, damn, if only there was something in this neighborhood to prevent these people being on these corners or getting shot on these blocks.
Something I would have liked to have when I was younger is something that where I work at now, they have like the women's wellness space, and they offer you therapy, they offer you like Reiki, they offer you like stuff that just basically it gives you an outlet to vent about stuff you probably wouldn't normally vent to your normal friend. Like, I probably wouldn't tell my best friend this, but I'm in a safe space. I feel more comfortable and relaxed to get through what I'm going through. Like, because a lot of people grow up and they go through traumatizing things. Like, I'm not going to say I had the worst life. I know it's tons of people going through way worse. And I feel like if they had that outlet, that space where they could go vent, where they could heal, like, I feel like that would help them. Because a lot of people get lost in that. And it's hard once you get lost, it's hard to find yourself, for real.
So have you had therapy yourself? Is this your first go around of therapy, or your second?
It's my second go around. I had therapy one time. I had one session, and my therapist like tried to tell me, yeah, your life sounds crazy. And I was like, thanks, that's why I'm here. I'm not going back. Like she kind of like agreed with me, like my life didn't make sense. And I was like, damn, you ain't even try to lie to me and say nothing else. Like, you going, all right, so I'm not crazy. All right, I'm going.
Right.
Yeah, but now the therapy I'm actually receiving now, it's helped me a lot. Like, I can't even lie. Like, things I didn't even know I needed help healing, my therapist has helped me heal, for real. Yo, it's Tiny Tunes. I just got done doing my interview with Street Therapy. Make sure y'all check it out. It's about to be a banger.
This song makes sense, started singing like the weekend. 600